If I was Bao right about now, I wouldn't even attempt to go outside, because with this luck, you're getting struck by lightning. What's going on, everybody? It's the Daily Pleb here. Make sure you're liking, subbing for more content. Now, Bao just cannot stay out of controversy. He's already embroiled in another one, and it would start with these two posts right here, which have now since been deleted. Artists, please ask permission before publicly posting finished commissions. I know you're really excited about finishing a really cool comm, but you might accidentally spoil a client's project. So many commissions. I just gave up doing anything because it was posted before I could do anything with them. I hate you, SKEB. And then she would go on to later double down here with this other post here. I hate SKEB with a burning passion. I just don't think I have it in me to trust another similar platform. Now, after this would happen, SKEB would come out with a full response. Warning, all rights to work on SKEB belong to the creators. Clients cannot restrict creators from publishing their works for any reason. This notice is shown 4 times before sending their first request, and they cannot proceed unless they check the boxes agreeing to it. So let's go ahead and read the requirements here. It is prohibited to contact creators on any methods, including external tools such as SNS, email, regardless of before or after requesting. Mention URL on description of your request. If you have any reference material, it is prohibited to see with any external tools. It is prohibited to specify or urge delivery deadlines, including for birthdays or anniversaries. And the highlighted one in question here, the copyright of the work belongs to the creator. It is prohibited to specify or restrict the publication of the work. And then once again, more information. Please do not restrict creators' activities in any way that exceeds the rules stipulated by the service. Once again, they reiterate, all the works that were exchanged on SKEB belong to the creators, and clients can, in principle, use the works only for the client's profile images and personal appreciation. Creators have the right to freely post and release their works on social networks, fansies, and Patreon services without permission from clients. You cannot specify the range of publication of the works and specify the delivery period that is shorter, then of course it gets cut off here. And once again, just 2 more pieces of highlighted, terms and conditions. So they would say more down here. SKEB is a fundamentally different from the Western art commission platforms. It is a creator support platform rooted in Japan's SKEB culture, where artists draw illustrations on the spot at doujinshi conventions. SKEB is not a stock material marketplace. Over 30% of users are now from overseas. We sincerely thank everyone abroad who understands our terms and policies carefully and supports creators. If we go even further and say important, only we may issue warnings or impose penalties for violations of our terms and policies. When misinformation spreads, we will contact the parties involved directly. Vigilante actions or attacks are strictly prohibited. Thank you for your understanding. Now, of course, Bao would go on and apologize for this whole thing. It did not go well, though. So let's go ahead and just check it out. My original tweet was not about SKEB. It was on my general experience with commissioned art, but you mentioned SKEB multiple times, as we just saw. My opinion of SKEB was an afterthought. I get why people are thinking the former. I haven't used SKEB for almost a year. My tweet went way out of my circle and understandably led to a lot of people to think what I was saying was 100% about SKEB. Well, probably because you mentioned SKEB by name. it wasn't. The reason why I said I dislike SKEB was due to the option of keeping the commission private on the artist's SKEB profile. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. I just don't want my NSFW commissions connected to my SKEB profile. It is posted on their Twitter with no connection to me, that's fine. Work in progress, streams, all of it is fine. As for general commissions, aka what my tweet was originally talking about, commissions not via any website, if you took the time to see my replies, it was 100% in support of artists, and I continually wished for ways to better serve the purpose of the commission, such as paying for an NDA fee, extra cost to keep a commission hidden, etc. I understand why this confused artists, but even in my replies, I did not spread misinformation about SKEB. I am aware of how the site works, albeit through a lot of trial and error, and that is the common experience, and I'm allowed to say if it isn't my preference. So as apologies go, this is just dog water. Like, it's just bad. It's essentially, yeah, I know I specifically named SKEB, but what you have to understand is I didn't actually mean SKEB. And it would be pointed out here by Mr. Polito, me when I lie, and he posts the original tweet. She would respond by, post my replies, dog. Post the reply, dog. In even more, showing another tweet where she doubled down. And there is a lot more replies. I am very sorry for the stir it caused. What is not my cup of tea can still be yours, but I should be more aware of my influence, and that's no excuse, no matter my issues. Art is meant to be human, and I would rather deal with a few hiccups than resort to AI. So we have to go with the AI tweeting, hoping that the Twitter cops, the Twitter artists will sweep everything under the rug as long as I throw AI under the bus. Also, I was emailed a violation of TOS, so took my tweet down. There wasn't any clarification in the email, but since I haven't used SKEB in almost a year, I assumed it was because of it. Well, yeah, they did. I don't know when the SKEB actual, statement came out, but I'm assuming it came out after they emailed her about it. I think you should be mindful of what you write. Following up with I hate SKEB very, very strongly implies they're a big culprit in the post. It also generates general negativity because hate is a strong word. That's on me. I should have clarified it in a follow-up tweet and not replies. At this point, girl could say I like cats and people are gonna scream you hate dogs. Why do they read so far into tweets like that? I used to get 3k likes and maybe 20 retweets. I don't see why this keeps happening. Well, because you mentioned SKEB like by name. This Lotus guy here, or gal, is on weapons grade cope. Like, she genuinely stressed SKEB, and I don't even know how you can run defense for that, right? I just don't. She literally mentioned them by name and is surprised Pikachu face when they respond and be like, hey, that's not how our site works. We're emailing you a violation. I just don't understand. This is like such a pointless drama as well, dude. Like, how do you do this, man? I'm struggling to even understand how you're doing this. But that's just the end of this video. This is probably just more of the regarded things I've had to do today, is just read Twitter drama over a single post that has to do with art. Like, this is not what I planned my day to be, but here we are, and here you guys are. So if you made it this far, well, thanks, and I hope you're liking. You better be subscribing, and yeah, I'll see you in the next ones. Bye bye now.